Hey there, this is the first time I am revealing my face. So welcome back to TubeGuruji channel. And this is actually one of the most requested and awaited project by you guys. Because today we are building a full stack long video to short video generator app that can turn any long video into a viral short content in just few clicks. This app will find and high engagement moments, automatically cut the clips, generate the caption, and even schedule a post to multiple social media platforms. And the crazy part is, after generating the videos, you will auto schedule all them across a platform using just one API endpoint without going through the complex app review process. The Zernio will help us to post it across all the platform. This is a complete full stack SaaS app that we are building from the scratch. And we'll also protect our AI system from bots and abuse using Arcjet. By the end of this video, you will have your own AI content automation system. So let's build this. So let me walk through the application demo first, and then we'll talk about the tech stack which we are going to use to build this application. Now, before developing this application, I am definitely going to walk through the application flow so that it will be quite easy to follow it in step-by-step way. As you know that this complete project and video is divided into a small chapter, so it will be easy for you to implement as well. Now, if you see, we have this beautiful landing screen, and for this application we call as vidshot, where you can transform any long video into a viral shot. Obviously, you have to upload your own long video, and then with the help of AI model, it will convert into a short video. Now, this landing screen, we had built it using an AI. So you will see the hero section. After that, we have all the features which is available inside this app, like AI scene detection, auto caption, one-click export, smart cropping. Then we have batch processing, analytic dashboard, auto scheduling, and many other features you will find. Then once you have this landing screen ready, then we are going to add authentication. So simply you can authenticate and then navigate to the dashboard. On the dashboard, you will see this beautiful sidebar, and we have a few options as well. On the right side, here you will find an option to upload the video which you want to convert into a short video. Now, once you select the video, let's select this video and click open, then you will see the preview. Okay, now this video is long video which is of about 5 minutes, and you can upload as much as you want. Okay, even though the video is 1 hour or 2 hours, you can easily upload it. Then it's saying now it's ready to process. So first thing you need to do is to upload this video. Now we integrated AWS S3 in the backend, so it will upload your video on our S3 cloud. So let's click upload, and then you will see a live progress bar that is uploading your video on the storage. Okay, once it is uploaded, now you will get an option to start AI analysis, where it actually start converting your long video into a short form video. So we'll say start AI analysis, and then in the backend we implemented an ingest where we implement the complete complicated workflow into a smaller step function, so it very easy to execute, easy to implement as well. And if you see in the live preview that the video is uploaded, and boom, within a few seconds your short form video is ready. See, pretty cool, right? It just takes 10 to 20 seconds to convert your long form video into a short video. Now here it generated 5 different short video. Each short video has its own name, then the SEO score, why it is selected, why it is important, and it's a high engagement potential for Reels and TikTok. You have option to download this video. You can even schedule it on different social media platform, or if you want, you can edit the style. Now let me show you how it works. So if I play this video,
I don't care how good you are, I don't care how talented you are, I don't care how much you work on yourself. There are some times when things aren't going to go right. There are times when anything that can happen will.
Pretty cool, right? Now let's say you want to update these captions. So you have edit style. Once you click on edit style, it will open this beautiful model where you have option to change the video caption style, right? So if I click on this and let me move this little bit, you will see the caption is now changed, right? So you can select anything which you like, okay? And once you are happy with it, you can select the one and then simply save it. Okay, so here we'll say apply. Now once it apply, it will refresh, and then from next time you will see that change.
I don't care how good you are, I don't care how talented.
Very straightforward, right? And same thing you can do it for any short clip. Now coming to the most interesting part, how to download this video. Now once you click download the video, you will see it is in the pending status, and our ingest will run in the background to render your video on the cloud. So I'm going to tell you how to do that, how to render your video with all the captions, the effect, the smart cropping, everything gonna render on the cloud side. Okay, so we are using an remotion lambda function to render our video. And not only that, but you will see a real time progress about your rendering video. Now this will only happen first time for your video, okay? But from next time you can simply download your video without waiting for rendering. And right now if you see, you will get a download now button. Obviously you have option, either you can open a new tab or you can simply click download, okay? And here we have this fully edited video along with our own captions as well for the short clip. And if I close this and next time if I click download, see, it automatically ready to download as well. Okay, so that's how you have to download your video. Now this is a one part of our application where we convert our long video into short. But let's say you want to schedule this video on a social media platform. So using a Zernio, we implemented a social network connection, so you can connect your social media platform to any network. If you see, we have a lot of different networks. You can simply connect to them, and you don't need to integrate a different SDK from a different social media platform. In just one API endpoint, you will connect more than 15 social network inside your app. Now under the schedule post, you will see a beautiful calendar, and here I already posted one of my video, but if you want to post it, let's say you want to post for the next day, okay, you can go to the next month as well, and I will click on this plus. Over here you will see the video which we just exported. You can even see the preview of that video, okay, it's just showing the 10-second preview. Then inside this you have option to select which social media account you want to publish or schedule it. Now whichever account you connected to the platform, you will get an option. You can select a multiple platform as well. Then with the help of AI, you can add the title and the description, let's say motivational video, okay, and you can refine this your post title and description with the help of AI. And then once it's ready, you can obviously modify if you want. You can enter the time when you want to publish, and once you are happy, you can schedule your post. Once the post is scheduled, you will see on that day the post is now scheduled, and you can see the preview anytime. Now we also implemented logic to schedule this post through the ingest. So ingest will run every 15 minutes and to check whether there is upcoming scheduled post or not, so that it will schedule on the social media platform. And once it is scheduled, you will see the UI something like this as a publish. Pretty cool, right? So that's how we have to we are implementing the auto schedule post on social media platform. So this complete application we are building from the scratch. We are using an Google Anti-Gravity AI agent to build this app in step-by-step way. So if you are beginner or you are advanced, don't worry, because this course is for everyone to implement application like this. There are a lot of different popular companies who are also building in the same way that we are building this complete project. Now there are two most important tech stack we are using in this project. One is the Zernio, which is the social media API for the developers and AI agent, which help us to schedule your post across a different social media platform by connecting them directly. It helps us to ship a social feature in a minute instead of months. One unified social media API to post your schedule, promote and engage across 15 different platforms. So you don't need to send your application for a review process or anything like that. Zernio will take care of everything for you. I will put the link in the description to get a discounted code and discounted pricing for the Zernio. Here is some of the platform which is available on Zernio, and I already using in my many production application as well. So give a try. I will put the link in the description. The second interesting tool which is an Arcjet, which help us to secure your application from an AI bots, which help this Arcjet will basically help us to detect the bots, and there are many other feature you will find with the Arcjet like attack detection, cost and quota management, AI abuse and bot protection, spam and trial abuse prevention. Then it also have the prompt prevention and lot of other things. With the Arcjet, with just few line of code, you can add all of these features at once. Pretty cool, right? And in many of my previous application as well, I use the Arcjet. So in order to try and get free access, click the link in the description, and here this Arcjet we are going to use inside our application to protect our application from AI and abuse. And if you want to get access to my any of the exclusive courses and the source code including this project source code, then simply go to the tubeguruji.com, and here you can simply enroll to the any course you like. You can get a 50% discount to the members users. So just join the TubeGuruji Pro membership, and then you can get access to the all of my source code. Many source code is free for the member. So something like this one, it's completely free and you can simply enroll it. Also, you can track each of my course chapter by chapter, get access to the source code, you can check the live demo, and you can test it or watch it on YouTube. Everything is available on the TubeGuruji Pro membership. So give a try. If you have any question, any doubt, let me know in the comment section. So guys, without doing any further delay, let's begin to develop our beautiful AI long video to short viral video generator application. Now in order to build this React application, we are using a Next.js. Basically, we are using an AI agent to build our complete application, but it is very important to create the application first, which help us to save the AI tokens, right? So very first thing, simply go to the nextjs.org. This is the official website of the Next.js, and Next.js provide a lot of different functionality. Right now you don't need to worry about whether you know the Next.js or you previously work or not, doesn't matter, okay? Because I'm going to show you everything in step-by-step way. Now very first thing, if you see, this is the command called npx create next app at latest. You have to copy this command as it is and then open a terminal at the folder if you are using Mac OS. If you are using Windows, then open a command prompt and then simply paste that particular command. So let's paste it here. Now at latest will install the latest available version of the Next.js. If you want to install any specific version, just give the version number and then hit enter. After that, say yes to proceed and then give the project name. So here we'll simply say with shorts long to short video, okay, and then hit enter. Then it will ask, do you want to use a recommended Next.js setting or not? So by default, obviously the recommended one is the first option, which is contain a TypeScript, no React compiler, Tailwind CSS, no source directory, app router, and lot of other things. So we'll go with that one. And if you see, it will start installing some dependency like React, Next, React DOM, and some dev dependency for Tailwind CSS, TypeScript and many others. And right now if you see, our project is getting generating. Once the project is ready, you will see this success message. Now simply close this tab, and now I will open a Google Anti-Gravity. Now the reason that we are using a Google Anti-Gravity is because Google Anti-Gravity has inbuilt AI chart window present. Okay, obviously you can use anything, any ID which you like. With the Google Anti-Gravity you will get a free access to their Gemini model. Okay, but if you want to use a VS Code, you can use VS Code with the the Copilot, or you can use VS Code with a clean bot. Okay, so throughout the video I'm gonna switch between the Google's Anti-Gravity Gemini model as well as clean bot, okay, inside the same IDE. So we'll open this Google Anti-Gravity. If you don't have that, simply go to the antigravity.google and then make sure to download this. It is very important. Okay, and once you download, simply open it. Now after that, open a folder where you just created this project. So in my case, I will go to this and simply will say open, and then yes, say yes, I trust the author. Now let me walk through each of these file. Now very first important folder, which is the app folder, which contain all your route pages. Okay, the very first file, which is the global CSS, which contain a globally applied style sheet. Okay, so over here if you see, whatever the CSS you mention here, it will apply throughout the application. Then we have layout.tsx file, which is the root layout of your application, which contain the font, the metadata, which is quite important for your SEO purpose, and then you will see a root layout. Inside that we have HTML body tag, and inside the body your children is getting rendered. It means all the pages are going to render through this body. Then we have page.tsx file, which is the default page of your application. Now once we run the application, you will see that how it execute this page.tsx file. Then the next folder we have the node module. Obviously we are not going to touch this folder, which contain all the packages which needed to run this application and many other things. Then we have the public folder, in which you will find all the images, assets, font. You can keep inside this public folder, and then you can easily access from your local. Okay, so if you want to access anything inside your application, you can keep it inside the public folder. Then we have agent and cloud.md. If you are using an AI agent, it is the best way to provide the instruction inside the agent.md file, and then AI agent always refer to this particular file. Then we have next.config.ts file, which contain the Next.js related configuration. Then we have package lock and package.json, which contain the name and version of your application, script to run and to build your application, the dev dependency with their version, and some dev dependency along with their version. Now if you see, we are using a Tailwind CSS version 4 and Next.js version 16 along with the React 19 version. And then we have post CSS and tsconfig. Now we don't have the tailwind.config.ts file because that was previously in the old version of Tailwind CSS, but going forward everything is now moved to the global CSS. And if you see at the top, we have this import called Tailwind CSS. Okay, perfect. Now let's run the application. So click on the terminal, click new terminal. It will open a terminal inside your Google Anti-Gravity, which is the 99% exact clone of your VS Code. Okay, so you don't need to worry about whether it's a new or not. Okay, it's an old one only. Now over here you just need to type command npm run dev, and then you will see your application is now running on a port 3000 on URL localhost 3000, and you will see your landing screen. Okay, this is the default page of your application. So let me decrease this size, and now over here if I click on page.tsx file, whichever code is written, you will find you will display that on the inside the browser. Now let me remove everything and simply add an empty div tag. Inside that we'll say subscribe to TubeGuruji. So guys, if you did not subscribe to our channel, make sure to subscribe. And if you see, as soon as I save this file, it automatically reflects inside the browser. Pretty cool, right? So that's how you have to create your Next.js application and run it very first time. Now, next important thing that we want to do is to set up a shared CN. So simply go to the ui.shadcn.com. Inside that, go to the documentation. Now, ShadCN is very popular UI component library which contain a very predefined component like button, dialog, alerts, which you can easily use it. Okay, so you don't need to implement it from the scratch. Now, in order to install it, simply select the framework. Then you can simply copy this line, so it will initiate the ShadCN inside your project. So simply open a terminal, you can drag it something like this, add a new terminal and then paste this command. So here we'll say yes to proceed, and then you can select the type, we'll go with the base, and then we'll select the Vega with the lucid icon and enter as a font. So once this is done, we're gonna add all the necessary components. Okay, so with this command you can add all the component at once or multiple component instead of adding each component one by one. If you execute this command, you have option to select each component one by one, or you can simply press enter A and then hit enter, and then it will install all the ShadCN component inside your project. Okay, so right now if you see, it's installing all of this dependency and updating our file. Now once you install this, let me show you there are some changes. So there is a new folder called components. Inside that you will find all the ShadCN component like chart, card, buttons, badge, avatar and many others, right? You can customize it anytime, so you don't need to worry about that. Then we have the lib folder which contain the utils package, so you don't need to touch this. And then we have the component.json file which contain a configuration related to the ShadCN. Now if I go back to our app and refresh it, you will see no change. But if you want to use any component, you can simply add that ShadCN component. Okay, and if I type here as button, here you will see an option that button is importing from this component, and inside that let's say subscribe and then save it. Now this button component we are importing from the components folder. Obviously inside the component folder we have the component from the ShadCN. Now if I go back to our app, you will see this button is now rendering on the screen. That's how easily you can set up the ShadCN. So if you have any question, any doubt until this point, let me know in the comment section. Now let me walk through the complete application flow first, okay, and then we'll start implementing it. Now very first thing that we need in our application is a landing screen, because this is SaaS application, and in order to attract the new users and make the money from it, the landing screen is very important. After that, in order to access our application dashboard, user need to integrate this authentication. Now we need to add a sign in and sign up page so that user can authenticate securely inside our app. Then our application will check if user is a new user or not. If it's a new user, then we're gonna save it to our database. Then we'll navigate to the dashboard. On the dashboard, obviously we want to add a sidebar and lot of other things. Here we are going to give an option to the user to upload the video. That video, once user is uploaded, we want to save it to some cloud storage like AWS S3 bucket. Because we are using AWS, that's a cheap and free to use, and it costs very less even though if you are on the paid plan. Then that video we need to transcribe, okay, and we need to get the text data, and then that transcript we need to send to the AI model to pick the best high engaging moment from that long video. Then we need to cut the video, and then we need to display that shortcutted video as a short clip inside our application. Now, again, there are two different features we want to add. Once we have the short clip, we need to render that video in order to add some editing like adding a caption and all other things, so that at the end user can download the video. And other part, that whatever the short clip is generated, we also want to schedule that video on a different social media platform. Obviously, we are using a Zernio API for that, which I am going to explain what is that and everything. And then we can auto post your short clips on a different social media platform using just single API without needing any app review process. Okay, so that's what we are going to implement. Now this is the complete application workflow. Now first thing we need to implement is a landing screen for our app. For any SaaS application, landing screen is very important part of your application. So in order to implement a landing screen for our app, we are going to simply open the anti-gravity. Let me close all of this tab, and then inside this AI agent, we can simply enter the prompt. Okay, now you can switch this to any different model. Now if you are implementing this landing screen very first time or anything, right, I will switch this to a Claude, and then you can simply enter, I want to implement landing screen for AI long to short video app generator, or not app generator, for video generator app. Okay, and then we are also saying make sure to implement header, hero section, then you can add pricing, footer, and other. Here we can, after hero, maybe we can say features, pricing, footer, and other important section. Now this is just a simple prompt we added, right? But along with this one, we are also going to say create theme.md file and add theme related agent rules inside that file. Okay, so Claude will give you the best UI UX design, and we are just telling to the Claude that create a theme.md file, so that going forward our AI agent will use a theme.md file, and in that case you can use any other AI model. Okay, and you will get a similar kind of result. Also use dark theme for the app, because we want to use a dark theme for this application. I already install shared CN components. Okay, so basically what the requirement you need it, what are the things you have, everything you have to mention it properly, and then once you are happy with it, simply send this. Okay, now we'll wait for the implementation plan. Sometimes anti-gravity's AI agent will give you the implementation plan, or sometimes it will start implementing it. It's totally based on the how big the changes are. So if you are getting this error, just click retry, it happens. And now we'll wait for the complete implementation plan. Okay, so I will pause the video and we'll wait. And here we go, we have this beautiful landing screen is ready. And if you see, we have the different section as well, the hero, the feature section, the how it works. So obviously once you upload the video, AI analyze the content, and then the short video is ready to download. Also the pricing section on the landing screen, and anytime whichever the content you want, you can easily update it. Okay, and here we have the frequently asked questions and the footer as well. Pretty cool, right? It means our landing screen is now ready. Also over here, if you see, as per our requirement, it also added the theme.md file. So going forward, it will refer this particular document, and you don't need to waste your Claude code tokens, because when you open any a new conversation, you can switch to the any free AI model and then start interacting with it. So that's how you have to create your landing screen for your application. So we'll mark this as a completed, and then now we'll move to the next part. Now next thing we are going to implement is the authentication for our app, and then we are also save the new user information to our database. Now in order to add an authentication, we are going to use a Clerk authentication. Clerk is one of the top rated authentication service provider in the market, and it is very popular among the developers, and many popular company use this Clerk. Now with the help of Clerk, you can have an inbuilt UI component which you can directly add, so you don't need to worry about designing your login or sign up screen. Also Clerk provide some feature like multi-factor authentication, session management, email password and magic link, and many social sign-on option for your app. Pretty cool, right? And recently they also introduced a Clerk billing feature where in just one line of code you can add a payment gateway with a beautiful pricing table inside your app. So everything we're gonna look, but first thing we are going to implement this Clerk inside our app. So let's go back to our anti-gravity and let's enter the prompt in order to add this Clerk auth. So simply here we gonna add implement Clerk authentication for our app, add sign in and sign up page. Okay, here we can say add custom sign in and sign up page. Also once user sign in, then only user can access dashboard route. Okay, so we also added this proper condition. I think that's all we needed, and then you can select the whichever model you like and simply send this to the AI agent. Now AI agent will start working on it, and then we'll wait for this complete implementation. Once the implementation plan is ready, you can just walk through it. So the user review required is very important because inside our .env file we have to add this for environment variable. So if you don't have .env file, make sure to create one. So we'll create a .env file, and then from the implementation plan, as per the suggestion, we need this key. So I will just add this key, something like this. Okay, obviously we need to get this key, so I will tell you how to do it. And then we have these proposed changes with the dependency, core setup and everything. So let's proceed with this implementation plan. Now it's implemented, so we'll accept all of these changes, and then we'll go to the Clerk. So first make sure we need to generate all of these environment keys first. Okay, so we're gonna simply go to the Clerk website. I will put the link in the description to get a free access to the Clerk, so make sure to click it. Then if you don't have an account, make sure to create a new account and then go to the dashboard. Here under the application section, simply click create application and then give application name. You can enable whichever social media sign in option you want, and on the right hand side you will see the actual preview of how it looks once you use the dashboard, the Clerk authentication predefined component. Okay, now I already have the application created for our project, so I will use the existing one. So let me refresh, and over here if you see, I will open this app and then go to the configure, and here as well you will find this API key. Okay, once your application is created, now simply copy this API key as it is, then go back to your .env file, and here I will replace this existing one with the actual one, okay, which has the public key and the secret key as well. Now if I reload my application right now, if you see we have this error, so let's copy this error. So it's saying with a new Clerk SDK, the sign in does not exist in a target module. So basically copy this error whenever you get any error and paste it to the AI agent. Along with sign in, also add the sign out, because these two component or import is now in the old SDK, but with the new SDK it's no longer valid. Okay, and you can run it whenever you ask for the permission. And now if you see, AI agent already start working on it. Now you can even add the edited setting, and then you can make an the terminal command auto execution to always proceed along with the plan as well. So here we'll mark it as always proceed. So for the review policy, you can say ask for the review. Okay, and now we'll run it. So maybe from the next conversation, it will basically allow us to proceed further. Okay, now we'll wait for the complete fix, and once it is implemented, you can simply go to this sign in, and if you see, we have this beautiful model added. Okay, now you can simply sign in with any account. Right now Google GitHub is open, so you can sign in, and once it is signed in, you will see you can navigate to the dashboard page. Pretty cool, right? Obviously this is just a dashboard placeholder, so don't worry about this right now, but I hope you understand how easily we integrated the Clerk authentication into our app. Now next thing, we need to save the user information based on whether this user is a new user or existing user into our database. So we need to configure a Neon PostgreSQL database along with the Drizzle ORM. So we'll see that in the next chapter. Now in order to set up a database for our application, we are using a Neon PostgreSQL database. It's free to use and very easy to scale as well. And in order to connect it, we are going to use a Drizzle ORM. Okay, so what you need to do, you can go back to the anti-gravity. We'll start with a new conversation. Let's close all of this tab for now and simply enter. We'll say set up Neon DB with Drizzle ORM. Make sure to save new sign up user information to database. Do not use webhook. Try every time when user come to app and check user info into database. Okay, so we are not using a webhook, we'll avoiding using a webhook. Okay, and then we keep simple. Every time when user come, we'll check if user is a new user or not, and based on that we'll save the user information. As simple as it is. And this is a small prompt we added. Let's send this one and wait for the implementation plan. Once the implementation plan is ready, you can open it, and only thing we need is a database URL from the Neon. Okay, we'll learn how to get that, but right now we'll proceed with this plan, and then let's AI do his work. In the meantime, simply copy this environment variable. We'll go to the .env file. We'll add this database URL, and then in order to get this URL, you just need to go to the Neon DB. Go to the dashboard of Neon. If you don't have account, make sure to create a new account. I already have one, and I already have project as well. So go into that project and simply click connect. Over here you can have option to create a new DB, enter the database name and owner name. I already have one, so I'm just going to use the existing one. Okay, so once I will copy this connection string as it is, and then we'll paste it here. So right now we'll paste it and then save it. Okay, so that's how you have to get the database URL. And on the right hand side, if you see, it is also implemented and ready to use. So let's accept everything. Only thing you need to do is to now run this npm drizzle kit push command. So copy this command, and inside the terminal I will click new terminal and then paste this command, and let me run this command. And if you see, it's saying changes applied. Now you might have a question why we are running this command, because inside the config folder we have this schema.ts file, and inside that you will see that a user table is already defined with this column like ID, name, email, image URL and subscription, right? Now, in order to push this table and the column associated with this table to our database, you need to run this command. Every time when you make the changes inside the schema.ts, you have to make sure you will run this command. And after that, you can simply also run this npx diesel kit studio command, which will give you access to access your database on this particular URL, which is local.drizzle.studio. And here you will see a user table is now created with the ID, name, image URL and the subscription, right? Now if I refresh our app, we'll see whether the user information getting saved or not. And if you see, the user information is now saved along with some basic user information. Perfect, right? So that's how you have to set up your database and save user information once user sign in to our app. Now, after adding authentication and database setup, we are going to implement a dashboard. On the dashboard, we want to add a sidebar with a home, my video, calendar setting option, some footer if you want, and on the top, we want to add the application logo. Okay. So in this chapter, we are just focusing on the layout part. So let's go back to the anti-gravity. We'll start a new conversation, and here we want to mention, let's implement dashboard layout. On dashboard, add sidebar with logo and app name on top, then menu options like home, then my videos, calendar, I will say schedule, post, settings, and footer, add user settings. Maybe you can change this to a pricing. Okay, I think that makes more sense, and that's all we needed. Okay, so this is just a dashboard with the layout, and then send to this AI agent. Now it will create an implementation plan for our requirements, and then once you go through that implementation plan, then simply proceed with the actual implementation. If you see, our implementation plan is now ready. Only thing that we have to require, that dashboard will now follow the standard sidebar layout. The existing header / dashboard will be removed in the favor of the sidebar. I think that makes sense, and we have this complete plan. Let's proceed with this implementation plan, and then we'll wait for the final result. And if you see, it is implemented successfully. So let's walk through how the dashboard is looking. So if I go to our app and let's jump onto the dashboard, and boom, if you see, now we have this beautiful sidebar with the home, my video, schedule, post and pricing option, and at the bottom we have the user profile section as well. Okay, you can even collapse this sidebar, and then once it collapses, we'll see this icon is now collapsed and it will just show the icon as well. Pretty cool, right? So that's what we wanted. So that's how you have to create the dashboard layout. Now once you have the dashboard layout, now we need to give an option to upload the video. So on the dashboard home page, where we are going to add some kind of hero section, and it will say let's upload the video, and then we have to implement the actual workflow in order to generate the short video. Okay, now once user upload the video, we have to show a proper progress bar, and then we need to save it to a AWS S3 bucket. But first we'll implement the UI, and then we'll go to the next part. So we'll go back to the anti-gravity. We'll start with a new conversation, and here we'll say on dashboard home page, let's implement an video upload UI. So basically add proper hero section style, where give an user option to select video from local device and show selected video along with preview option, and then once user click upload, then show proper progress of uploading the video. Okay, so that's what we implemented. Implement the UI only for now. So we are just telling to that AI agent that we only want to add an hero style section and option to upload the video, that's all, and then send this particular requirements. Now we'll wait for the implementation plan, and here we have the implementation plan is ready. Once you open it, this is a user review required. So the implementation plan will focus on the UI and the client side logic for now. Actual file uploading to a server will be implemented in the future step, and that is completely fine. So let's proceed with this implementation plan, and now we'll wait for the final implementation. So I will pause the video and we'll wait, and I will show you the final result for this particular task. And if you see, it is implemented. Now you can go to the walkthrough guide, and in order to verify, you can simply go to the home page, and here you will see your name. You have option to add a new clip, and you have option to choose a video. If I click on choose video, you can select any video, select that, and then you will see. Oh, let me see what happened. I think I select 2 times. Oh, it's running in the background actually. So maybe, okay, let me choose it again. So I will select it, and here we have the video. Perfect. And once I click upload and process, then in that case we have to connect it to an AWS S3 bucket where we are going to store it, and then we have to implement a lot of different steps. Okay, but for now make sure that you are able to upload this video in the same way that right now I'm showing to you. Okay, until this point, if you have any question, any doubt, let me know in the comment section. Now let's implement the actual functionality of the application. Now once user upload the video, first we have to save it to our AWS S3 bucket, then we have to transcribe that video, and then from the transcribe we have to send it to an AI model in order to pick the best moment for the clip, and then we have to cut the video. Now this is the complete flow where after each step we have to go to the next step, right, and we have to execute that and so on. But in order to execute it one by one, right, it might take some time to execute the complete flow. And if you deploy your application like Vercel, and if you are on free plan, then you can only execute your API for maximum 50 seconds, or if you are on paid plan, then I think 60 seconds to 5 minutes. Okay, but what if I told you there is one tool called ingest where you can run your workflow and you can run the background jobs even though you are in sleep. It means you can run the long running API using this ingest, and you can even run this ingest locally. Once your application deployed to the server, then you can connect your app to the ingest cloud, and the most important thing, it's free. So let's implement it. Now first thing, we'll set up the ingest, and then we are telling to the AI agent and an option to upload the video and AWS S3 bucket. So that's what we are going to implement now. So let's add it, and over here I'm going to write the prompt, and we'll say let's implement ingest workflow. So set up ingest, then inside ingest function add step run function to upload selected user selected video to AWS S3 bucket, and just return the uploaded /sign URL, okay, to view that uploaded video. Okay, also make sure when user select video and click upload, then execute this ingest function and properly show progress bar on UI, okay, with proper status. For each video upload, create new project with project ID and save everything or save every required information to database. Okay, so we are telling a lot of information to update. First it will set up the ingest, then it will upload the video on AWS S3 bucket and it will return the URL for the testing. Then we'll also make sure that once user click on upload, then it will execute that ingest function which we just defined, right? And after that we have to show a proper, here we'll say progress status. For each video upload, create a new project ID, and also every time when user upload it, it will create a new video status. Okay, here we'll say with the progress status using polling and update status to database, so it will also update to our database as well. Okay, so this complete prompt we are going to now send to an AI agent. Now AI agent will come up with the proper implementation plan and make sure to go through it, because that is very important and basic thing, that make sure you understand the workflow, and same workflow we have to implement in step by step way. Okay, now we'll wait for the implementation plan. So it look like it's already implemented the changes without the implementation plan, and it's quite quick. That's good. And if you see, it's created the ingest folder because we set up the ingest. So inside the ingest we have the function.ts file, and obviously we have few error. So maybe I don't know, the ingest is already there. Let me go to this package.json and check the ingest is added. So it look like ingest is in package.json, but if you walk through the document, right, so you might have something that you need to add. So first we'll run this npx ingest locally, and in order to run it, you can simply execute this command inside the terminal and then say yes to the proceed. So it will run the ingest dev server locally on this 8288 port number, and if you see our ingest. Okay, now in that one, if you go to the app, we have to make sure your app is displaying under this or your app is supposed to sync inside this page, right? So it currently is not syncing, so that is also an error, or we have to fix it. So in order to fix it, go to the middleware.ts file, and here we have to say which are the public route. Currently the ingest API is a public route, so it should connect it. Let me go to this ingest, because under the config we have ingest.ts defined, and then inside the ingest we have function.ts. maybe we can say explain and fix this issue. So once you hover, right, you will get an option, and then it will automatically send it to the AI to fix this issue. So we'll wait and we'll see why it's not getting why we are getting this error, but in meantime you see it's working on the fix. And once the URL is or the issue is fixed, then we can go back, and if you see our application is now synced. If it's not synced, then inside the .env we have to make sure you will add this ingest dev is equal to 1, and later on I will tell you how to deploy it directly on the ingest cloud. Okay, and then inside the function you will see the upload video function. Okay, because this is the name of our ingest function. So if I go to this function over here, you will see upload video, so that's the name, and if I click on it, you will see all the details. You can even invoke this function if you want, but right now obviously we don't want to do, we are doing it in proper way. Now second important thing, that it also set up the AWS S3 bucket thing, right, and we have to upload or implement the AWS S3 functionalities. So basically it just added a mock URL and it did not implemented the actual upload functionality to AWS. Okay, so that is very important because it already gave the AWS environment keys need to be added, but here we need to tell to an AI model that implement this functionality. So we'll simply write inside ingest function for upload to S3 implement actual video upload logic to upload video to AWS S3 bucket and return actual URL. Okay, so that's what we want, but you can test whatever is ready. Okay, obviously you will get a mock data. So I will select the video, let's select it, and then simply click upload and process. So if you see, we have an option called uploading video, and then you will see the video file is uploaded. Okay, so this is just a first step to upload the video. After that you can see the complete run. So over here video upload is run successfully. So first it wait for a bit, then video upload started, then again it's waited. Okay, so that's how it's written, and then we have 50% progress and then upload video to S3. So this is just a dummy URL. Obviously if you open it you will not see anything. This is just a mock URL, but now with the new requirement it will actually implement the AWS S3 logic to upload the video, and if you see the logic already started implementing it. Perfect, right? And it imported the S3 npm package in order to access to the S3 client SDK, and obviously we need to add the access key ID, secret access key, region and bucket name, which I am going to tell you how to get this. Okay, but meantime make sure you are having all of this information. You can walk through all the guide, but before testing this functionality you need to have all of this key. Now in order to get this key, simply you can create a free account on AWS Amazon, and then you can simply sign in to the console. Once you sign in, you can go to the S3 bucket, and if you don't have any bucket already you can create a new bucket, or if you want to create a new bucket even though if you have existing one you can create it. Now I'm going to use an existing bucket, so I will say this bucket YouTube short dev, and then I will go back and simply I will add this bucket name. Okay, for the AWS region, if you go over here you will see this AWS region which you selected. So most of the time for me it's a US East one, but if you are in India, for you it might be a Mumbai with AP South one. Okay, so that name you have to provide. So in my case it will be US East 1. Then in order to get the access key, secret access key and a key ID, you have to go to your account, click on security credential, and then here you will find an option to create access key. Now at a time in Amazon you can create only 2 keys. I already have the key created which I'm going to use, but you can simply create the new access key from here and then copy the key ID and the secret key. If you lose the secret key, then you have to create it again. Okay, so make sure to save it properly. And I added the key ID and the access key. Here I will accept all of these changes. Now there is a warning. It's saying that inside your .env currently we are using next_public for AWS credential. So it's saying to remove it. So you can simply remove this credential, something like this. Okay, so it will be a private and then it will not expose to the outside world. Okay, now once this is done, let's test this out because our AWS S3 bucket functionality is now ready, and now we'll test this out. So let me refresh this screen and then we'll upload a new video. Then we'll click upload and process. So if you see, so it look like it's not uploaded, but anytime you can go to this ingest. It look like nothing happened. So we'll go to this inspect panel, and inside the console it's saying a body exceed 1 MB limit to configure body size limit server action. That's interesting. So basically we are getting error. Let's click upload, and I think it's same error we are getting. So maybe we can go to the console to get an actual error. If you see, we have this error, so it only allowing us to upload a 1 MB file. That's weird. So I will copy this error as it is, and we'll paste it inside this AI agent, and we'll tell it to the fix this issue, right? Because basically it just allows us to process only 1 MB file, and that's not good. So let's fix it. So it's basically updating the next.config.ts file. So if I go to the next configuration, you will see in server action the body size limit is now changed this to a 2 GB. Okay, now you can test this out. Hopefully we will not get this any error. So let's upload this video, click upload and process, and now if you see we still have this error, large nested array can be dangerous. That's weird. So this is again a new error we are getting. So let's pass this to the AI agent. Next.js is quite protective, and it always want to protect your application, and that's why we are getting all of this issue. Inside the S3, it added this S3 request pre-signer. So basically it will sign your URL, and it will also assign something. I don't know what's this actually. Okay, so this is the function to get to sign your URL so that you can publicly access that URL. Okay, so we have the file changes now. It's still updating some of the files, and again now it's ready and it's fixed that issue. So again I will click on upload and process, and now it's saying the get pre-sign URL is not defined at start upload. So this is a valid error. I will again pass this error to an AI agent, so it will fix this one. Now this is we are implementing first time, so whenever you get error you have to make sure you will fix it, and that error or this particular issue will not occur. So you have to keep testing this one by one. Okay, once it is fixed, let's test this out. So we'll click upload, and we are getting some different error. That's because we have some cost policy issue, and it's blocking this localhost URL to upload on AWS S3 bucket. So this is happening because if I go to the AWS and let's go to this S3 bucket, inside this S3 bucket select the bucket to which you are trying to upload, and under the permission you will see it's just adding a principal resources. So there is a bucket policy that you might need to update, and this is the origin header. So let's do one thing, because currently if you see only public access is not allowing. So what we can do, we can simply copy this error, and inside the new tab we'll add this error, something like this, and then we'll wait for the fix. If you see, it gave the same suggestion which I just told you, right? So under the scroll cross origin resources, right, we have to copy this complete JSON and you have to add it. So what we'll do, we'll go back to this AWS S3 bucket, and under the course we'll edit this and we'll paste with this new change. Now once you deploy your application, you will get a proper domain. That domain you need to add under the allowed origin. So right now let's save it and let's test this out again. So now let's click upload and process, and if you see, it actually start uploading your video, and inside the ingest you will see the ingest function which is also running. And okay, let me go back, and it's saying the video is uploaded successfully. Okay, so over here you will find the final result. So I think this is the video URL, I believe. Okay, so right now obviously you need a key to access, but your video is now uploaded. And let's test this out whether that video is actually uploaded or not. So we'll go to the object and then we'll say, I don't know in which folder it uploaded. So go to the functions and here you will find, so here we have, let me check. Okay, so it looked like it did not execute the ingest, or the code is not written inside the ingest. That's pretty weird, because I just found inside the video upload that function is written to upload the video. So what we can do, we can tell an AI agent. So here we'll say on video upload button click, make sure to add upload to AWS S3 bucket logic inside ingest function under step run and not in component, and execute ingest function when upload button click, and then hit enter. So basically we want this logic inside our ingest flow, okay, because inside the ingest flow there are multiple steps we want to implement, and that is it's very important to implement inside the function.ts file and not under the components. So basically if you see, we have this implementation plan ready, but when I walk through with this warning, it's saying please note that ingest has payload size of limit 4 MB only. If your video is larger than this, we might need adjust the approach, okay, using a temporary storage or multi-port upload. However, I will proceed with the moving the logic as requested. So basically it is not recommended to use an ingest to upload a large size video, right? So right now whatever we implemented, right, this approach, it looks correct, and we really don't need an ingest to add this upload video functionality, okay. So we'll keep like this only for now, and if needed in future we will move it. So we'll keep inside the component level only. Now what we'll do, we'll test this out because I already added a console log to get the URL of uploaded video, okay. So let me go to the console, we'll open a console on the right side, and then we'll select the file. Let's select any file, okay. So there are multiple file I already have, so let's select this file, and then we'll click upload and process, and if you see, it's uploading very fast because the file size is smaller, and we get the URL. If I open this URL, and if you see, the URL is now ready. This is a signed URL, and that's why you can access this URL as a public way, right? So that's how we have to upload the video. Now next part, we have to click on start AI analysis and other part. But right now, make sure you are successfully able to upload your video on AWS S3 bucket. Now after adding this option to upload, let me mark this as a completed one, because the next step is to transcribe the video. It means from the video we have to get the proper transcription or the speech or the caption kind of thing, right? So whenever whatever the user speak, that information we need under the transcribe. So in order to transcribe your video, we are using a free API from the DeepGram. DeepGram give you a $200 of credit. I will put the link in the description to get this $200 of credit of DeepGram, where you can use it to use and to transcribe your video into an text, okay. It will also generate the proper captions for you as well. So first thing first, let's go back to our AI agent, and then we have to inform it in a proper way. So here we say after uploading video and on click. So when user click on AI analysis, so here we say on click AI analysis, then trigger ingest function, where inside that add step run function to exit or to implement or to generate transcribe from video URL which we uploaded. Use dipgram to transcribe the complete video. Okay, along with that also generate caption out of it. Okay, so this all information we mentioned. Also on UI side, navigate to new project page to show proper steps to of generating short clips. So steps, or here we say show proper progress or loading indicator. Okay, and once transcribe is completed, return inside ingest for testing. So this complete prompt we added, and step by step what we required we also mention it. Now let's send this to an AI agent and then wait for the implementation plan. Okay, so here we have the complete implementation. I think we have to change this to a proper plan mode, maybe in the setting if you really want a proper plan. So right now if I go to this walkthrough guide, so basically it's made some update inside our schema. So if I go to the schema, you will see under the project it added two important columns for the transcription and the caption. Okay, then it integrated the dipgram using the dipgram SDK. So inside the ingest workflow, it will process the video and then it will call the dipgram with a full transcription. It will generate the SRT caption and then it will update into our database. Then there is server action. So it's kind of calling a backend logic, and then there is something front end on the front end UI with some changes as we requested. Now the important thing we need to do is to ensure that dipgram API key is added inside our .env file. So I will add this dipgram API key, and in order to generate this key you have to go to the dipgram. If you don't have an account, as I suggest, make sure to click the link in the description to get a $200 of credit, and then you can simply create the API key. So I will give the API key. Here we'll say vid shorts and then click create key, and once you copy you can simply paste it inside your .env file. Right now if you see we have an error, it's saying export create client does not exist in a target module. So this error is from the dipgram. So I will accept this change, but we'll add this error, or you can find that error inside the console. It's better to get the complete error message. See, so this one, right? And then pass over here to an AI agent. So it will fix this issue. So it fixed this issue. So let me close this and you will see the issue is fixed. Now test this out. So I will go to the choose video. Let's select any video. We'll open this video, and first obviously we need to upload this video. So we'll upload it, and if you see it start uploading. Once it is uploaded, you have option to start an AI analysis. So just click on it and then boom, if you see it will navigate to the new page and you will see the video is uploaded. Now it transcribes this video, the AI scene analysis is completed, and you are ready to review your captions. So if I go to this ingest server, you will see the complete step-by-step workflow. So it's transcription, caption, and then saving the result. And that's why the ingest workflow is quite important to execute each step one by one. Okay, so you will see the captions. Here we have the transcriptions as well, which is quite important. So let me close this, and here we have the result. So we have this complete transcript as well. Okay, so basically for each word we have the proper transcription. It's look good to me, and I think this is quite important. So if you see, we have the transcript for each of that particular paragraph, I can say, and then that's all, right? So that's how you have to generate the caption and transcript. And now another important thing that you need to verify inside your database, that information is getting saved. So inside under the project, if you scroll down, you will see the transcription obviously is quite huge, and then we also have the caption for that one. Right now you don't need to worry about the formatting or anything like that, because an AI agent will help us to implement it. Okay, so if you scroll down, obviously we have to replace this complete UI, and here you will see the transcription for testing purpose as we inform. But right now don't worry, just understand and make sure you are getting the transcription from the video, because with the help of that transcription we have to pass to an AI agent, okay, in order to generate and pick the best clip. Okay, so that part I'm going to tell you in a moment, but for now make sure you have this transcription logic ready, or that particular feature is ready. Now after generating the transcript and the caption, now it's time to send this transcript to an AI model. It means whatever the transcription we generated in the previous step, we will send to the AI model, and for this one we are going to use a Gemini AI model. Okay, the reason is it's a free, and you can switch between multiple AI model. Also, if you want, you can use any other model. Okay, there is no restriction. And then we're going to tell to the AI that you have to select a best engaging moment and which you think that it will work once we post it on social media. That one we need to get. So we have to get the start and end time about that particular scene, so that later on we can cut it, right? So inside the AI agent and inside Google's anti-gravity, let's write a prompt. So basically over here we'll say, now inside ingest function, next step run function, after generating video transcribe and caption, now send transcribe to AI model and get best moment, here will say engaging moment for short video between 30 to 90-second video. Okay, so we are just telling that, okay, we have to pass the AI model and get engaging moment, I will say moment for short video. In response, make sure to get start time and end time along with why it's best short video and SEO ranking out of 100. As okay, so we are just telling that we need a start time, end time along with why it's best short video and SEO ranking out of 100, and also get captions for that start and end time and save to database. Okay, inside new table to save all shorts video generated from this long video. Generate at least 4 to 5 short videos. Okay, so here we already added that, okay, you can generate 4 to 5 short video. Configure this short video generation count in some config file, so later on we can change it. So basically right now for testing purpose we were only allowing to fetch 4 to 5 short video, but you can add that count, okay, or constant in some config folder so that later on we can update it, right? And that's all we needed, because right now we are making sure that we need that particular pieces, right? So which short video will perform better, okay, so it will cut it and AI will give you the proper result. So if you see an Opus Clip and many other platform, right, they do the same thing, okay, the same logic is we are applying and it helps us to get a perfect result, okay. And make sure to execute this step run as soon as we have, or we can say as soon as we have video transcribe. Okay, so here we'll say as soon as we have video transcribe, then we'll get the result. I think that's all we needed. And at the last we'll say use Gemini AI model in this AI. I will say just use Gemini AI model, okay, and then hit enter. Now you just need to wait for the complete implementation, and if you want to add any more detail like which language you want to select or any other things, make sure to mention that properly. And if you see, it's already started implementing. So inside the schema it already added a new table for our based on the requirements. Okay, perfect. So I will pause the video and I will wait for the complete implementation. And if you see, it's already implemented quite fast, and we already have the implementation plan, but it also implemented with the walkthrough. Inside the walkthrough, if you see, it's updated the database schema. Also it created a configuration, okay, so anytime you can update how many video we need to generate. Also under the config we have gemini.ts, okay, where it uses a Gemini 2.0 flash model. And if you want to know which AI model or Gemini model you need to use, you have to go to this aistudio.google.com, and on the right side you can click on this model name, and here you can find the model which you think is best for you. Okay, so for example, if you want to use some less costlier model, so I will definitely suggest this 2.5 flash model, or you can even go with this light preview. Okay, for this example, let's use this flash preview as it is, and then you have to update inside the Gemini. So if I search Gemini inside the config folder, I will just replace this over here. Okay, after this, inside the walkthrough, it also updated inside the ingest workflow, which will confirm it. Then how to test it? Now it is very important to add this environment variable called next public Gemini API key inside your .env file. So if I go to this .env file over here, I will add this key. Okay, and in order to generate this key, you can simply go to this AI Studio, click on get API key, and then here you have option to create an API key for a free. Okay, so you can use it. Obviously it has some limitation, means free trial, but it will update it to the next day. Next day again it will start working. But if you want to go with the paid plan, you can always go to the paid plan as well. After this, the next thing is we need to run this npx migrate push command, okay, in order to make sure our database is updated with the new schema changes. So what I will do, I will stop this studio and I will run this push command. And also if you want, you can run the studio again to verify that table is there, and then we'll check whether it's generating a proper result or not. Okay, so if I go over here and refresh the screen, you will see a new table called short video. So whenever the short clip is generated, you will see that video over here. So let's test this out. We might get some error, okay, but let's test this out and we'll see what result we are getting. So I will go to this home first and we'll choose the video. So you can choose any video, click open. Now I will selecting small video for now for testing purpose, and then say upload and process. Right now if you see, it start uploading your video. Okay, and once the video is uploaded, then it will actually we can start say AI analysis. and then if you see, it will upload the video that is done, then it will transcribe it, and then it will get the scene analysis. Okay, and over here if you see, our ingest function is already running and is generating a transcript. I don't know why this we are getting this error, but let's wait, because sometimes it's run properly even though we have error. So right now we have an error, it's still stuck inside this transcribing audio. So let's see what's the issue. Okay, it looked like run successfully, I'm not sure, because we get the updated transcript, we also have the caption generated, and it saved the result, and next we generate the highlight, and if you see, we have some highlights saying, okay, this is a description, end time, SEO score, the start time, and the title for it. Okay, and the reason why it is good, right? Then we again have the second, third, and it obviously generated, I think, 5 short clips. Okay, and for each short clips, if you see, the start time and end time is different. Obviously this is a short, very short video, but right now I think once you put the or upload the big video, then it will properly show you the result. Okay, then it also save it to our database, and then some final update. Now in order to verify it, right, I will go to the local result studio, and inside the short video, if you see, we have the 5 video generated with a title, description. Each video has a different start and end time. The reason is why it's this clip is important with the SEO score, and then we also have the caption for those clip only. Okay, so if you see, these are the caption only for that particular piece. Okay, not for all, obviously, and obviously this caption is different for different thing. Okay, and the status is now showing pending, and the video URL once we have the proper video for it. Okay, so that's how it generated a proper clip, and here you will see the status, the overall progress is 100%, and it also shows the complete status. Perfect, right? So that's how you have to create the short clip or a high engagement clip with the help of AI by passing the transcription, and that's how the big application like Opus Clip implement this functionality. Okay, so it means we successfully finish implementing this both the steps. If you are getting error and you think, okay, that's problematic, so make sure to fix it. But right now, if you see, we successfully generated. If it fails, right, any API endpoint or something, ingest will retry it one more time. Obviously you ingest will do a 3 retry. Okay, it will try to hit 3 times. If it keeps failing, after that it will mark this function fail. Okay, so you can check anytime if something some flow is not working due to some reason, right? So that's how you have to do it. And now over here we also need to update this page. Okay, so that will do it. But right now I hope you understand how easily we implemented this. If you have any question, any doubt, let me know in the comment section. You can also ask any question on my Discord channel. The link is in the description. After implementing a short clip video generation workflow, it is very important to protect the endpoint from the abuse. Then we also need to prevent the prompt injection detection. Nowadays, lot of people uses AI in their application, and prompt is the very important factor to drive you and get the answer from the AI. But there are a lot of users who try to inject the prompt to get their own answer, and in order to detect, we need some kind of tool. Also the rate limiting, which is very important part, which help user to prevent video generation limitation, right? For example, let's say for a free user, we only allow to generate 2 video a day or 10 video a month, right? And we have to limit that. So we need some kind of tool to do it. And obviously, in order to write a logic for each of them, our application will get complicated and it's out of handle later on once you come back. But what if I told you there is one tool called Arcjet? Arcjet is very popular AI tool which is help us to secure application which run Arcjet directly inside your code. Okay, so it will basically protect your HTTP routes, agent tools, and AI workflow. You can directly integrate inside your existing project. You don't need to set up separately or at the start or something like this. And that's why I want to show you how Arcjet can protect your application. Now recently Arcjet updated with their documentation as well as with new features like it will help us to prevent the endpoint abuse, then the prompt injection detection, also AI data loss prevention, agent tool control, and there are many others. Now in many of my own application and previous project application, we implemented some of the feature like rate limiting, board protection, email validation, sign up form protection, and many others. And in this video also we are going to focus on this particular feature like protecting the endpoint, prompt injection, and rate limiting. And if I told you, you can just need to copy one line of text and then AI will automatically integrate it. So right now you have two options. Either you can start with this prompt that add Arcjet security to my app. Okay, you can just copy this prompt and send it to your AI agent, or you can even start with the code. They have proper documentation where you can use it. Also, with the help of the Arcjet MCP server, you can easily integrate it with your favorite AI model and IDE. Okay, so everything is mentioned inside the Arcjet documentation. I will put the link in the description to get a free access with the Arcjet, and I'm going to show you how to implement it in a step-by-step way. Okay, now very first thing, if you see this LMS text, okay, basically this text helps us to integrate Arcjet inside your application. You can simply provide some of the prompt and then it will implement it for you. So let me copy this text and I will go to this AI anti-gravity, and here we'll say I want to protect my app using Arcjet. Okay, and you can paste this one and make sure to implement the AI endpoint protection, protect injection detection, and rate limiting using Arcjet. Okay, also we want to add important thing, make sure user can generate only two, or only generate, or we say user can upload only 2 video a day and it will reset next day. Okay, to generate short video. Okay, it means only 2 video can upload in same day. So this rate limiting also help us to protect that, and it automatically reset it, so you don't need to control any logic for you. And after this you can go back to this Arcjet, and this is the easiest way I'm telling you. Okay, let me go to this Arcjet and I will copy this prompt, okay, which is quite shortcut I will say, and then you can paste it after this. Okay, and then just send it. Now AI will do his work. You can just sit and relax and just watch how easily it will implement, and then you will see how powerful Arcjet is. As I say, in many of my previous application I use Arcjet continuously. Now let's move to the Arcjet account. So if you don't have an account, as I say, just click the link in the description to get access. And then once you jump, if you see some of the application is already running, for example inside this app I found some of the rate limiting things. Okay, so I added the rate limiting and you will see how it prevent the user, okay, by making a multiple call to the tools. So over here this is the log, and if you see some of the user is try to create or send an API endpoint, and here it added some rate limiting, and you will see that rate limiting when it happens, and everything you can find through the Arcjet dashboard. Okay, now in order to add a new site, here you have option to add a new site. Just click on it and then you can enter your site name and then click create. Once you create, you can copy the Arcjet key and then you have to put it inside your .env file. So if you see our implementation is still going on, so I will pause the video to finish the complete implementation. Once it is implemented inside the walkthrough guide, so let's go to the walkthrough. So if you see at the top, it added a global middleware protection, okay, like shield protection and a bot detection as well. Then it added a video upload rate limit, so 2 video per 24 hours, and it tracked by the Clerk user ID. That's a good thing. Then AI endpoint abuse and prompt injection detection as well, it's added, and that you will find it. So I will show you how. Then so here it created a new configuration file for which is arcjet.ts, which contain a base client for general protection, client for the 2 video per day upload limit, and AI protection. You can anytime change from this configuration. Now the important thing we need to do, we have to add a .env file inside the .env file, and inside that we have to add this key. Okay, so I will just paste this key, then I will save it. And if I go to this middleware.ts over here, if you see, our complete Clerk protection is also secured by the Arcjet. Then inside the project.ts, it also added upload limit with the rate limiting. In our arcjet.ts, you will see a maximum allowed video per day. You can update this anytime. And inside the function.ts, it also add a prompt injection detection. Pretty cool, right? So you don't need to worry about the security anymore. And anytime if you find or you want to see the log, what is going on with your app, you can simply go to the Arcjet dashboard, and in there you will find a proper detail, okay, so that you can control your security parameter as well. So that's how you have to set up the Arcjet. If you have any question, any doubt while setting up the Arcjet, let me know in the comment section. Please give a try. I will put the link in the description. It's one of the most popular and interesting AI feature, I will say. Okay, so give a try. Now, after generating the short clip metadata, now it's time to cut the video. But cutting the video is not that straightforward. Either you have to use ffmpeg file and you have to create a lambda function, and you have to deploy it on the AWS cloud, and then you have to pass all the metadata with your full video, and there are a lot of other things, right? And then all the short clip you have to save it to your AWS S3 bucket. But there is one shortcut or trick that I'm going to tell you, which will basically remove this particular step from our workflow. Okay, so basically what we are going to do, we are going to display a short clip directly, but for that we are going to use a remotion, and then with the help of remotion player we are going to pass videos start time and end time, and then it will render only that part of the video. Okay, so user will not understand that is that complete video or the short video only. And at the end, obviously we are going to render that video so that user can download it. Pretty cool, right? And obviously we are going to add a caption for that. So I already wrote some steps that we need to pass to the AI agent in order to implement this functionality. So if you don't know what is remotion, so remotion is very popular library, okay, which basically make a video programmatically, and there are a lot of video I already created using the remotion. You can go ahead and watch that as well if you want to learn more about the remotion. And remotion has a lot of different feature like remotion player, where you can programmatically play the video directly inside your browser. Okay, so if you want to explore, simply go to the remotion.dev and you can explore the docs with all the feature and everything. But right now you don't need to worry about anything because we are using an AI agent to implement it. Okay, so what we are going to do, you can simply go to the eraser doc, the link is in the description, and copy this prompt as it is. Okay, so inside this prompt we are just telling to an AI agent that use a remotion player to display a short video, use short clip metadata which we generated in the previous step with a start and end time to display video and pass a full video URL. Do not autoplay video and show a thumbnail if possible, and do not render video directly in order to save AWS S3 bandwidth. Then we have to add a caption to a short video based on the short video caption and make sure to match it with the audio voice, and then redesign project detail page to display the generated short clip as soon as it's ready. Also we have to, here we say move and redesign the progress status. So once progress is finished, we have to show a proper short clip with all the information, okay, like reason why it's important and everything. And then we also display some information like SEO score, button to download, and lot of other things. And we are basically removing this progress section once it's ready, because this doesn't make sense after that, right? So I will copy this code as it is, and then let me put this inside the code first, and then based on the scope it will create the implementation plan. So let's send this to the AI agent. Okay, so whatever we want in the next step, we already mentioned everything, but you have to know which tech stack we have to use, what is the workflow, and that's why you have to be very important to follow this complete workflow diagram. Okay, now we'll wait for the implementation, and boom, if you see, within a few seconds our implementation is now ready. Okay, so this is a walkthrough guide. Okay, you can just check it out, and it also integrated and installed the Remotion. So if you search Remotion, you will see this package is installed inside your app. Okay, now if I go to our app, and over here you will see the video is ready and it's rendering, right? Each video is of 30 seconds, and each video has the SEO score, then why it is most engaging video, and then high engagement potential. You have option to download this button and everything, and you can even play this video. Pretty cool, right? So that's how easily it implemented. So you can watch any video. Perfect, right? Now let's update these designs. So what you have to do, you can close all of this tab, and then you can simply go to this dashboard project, and inside that we have page.tsx file, and instead of showing only 3 columns, let's make it 4. Okay, so it's now quite smaller, and we can just tell to an AI, let's make player, or we'll say short clip video card smaller in size, mostly it's text and other part. Okay, so it's basically will update this particular information. Now there is one important thing is missing, which is a caption. If you see, the caption is not showing inside this, right? And it also updated the UI, and now we have proper UI with the SEO score and everything. Pretty cool, right? And it's look quite good as well. Basically I just found that it added a caption, and if I increase this size, you will see this caption, right? But it's quite big. We don't want the caption like this, right? Or even though if I go to this video, see, I think this is good, but in some cases it's quite a lot of text, right? So we want to avoid this. So what we can do, we can simply accept all of the changes first, and we can say, let's increase the caption size, make sure only max 3 word display for caption, and highlight at the current speaking word. Okay, also use yellow background, or maybe not background, but we'll say yellow text for caption, and black for highlighted one. Okay, make it 5x bigger than current. So we are just telling make it bigger and with some condition. Okay, and I think that's all. If you want, you can change the font, that you can update later on, but let's send this requirement and then we'll wait whether we are getting the proper result or not. Okay, but make sure you are at least on this particular step that you are seeing this short video generated. And if you see, once it is implemented, there is some changes inside the remotion video, and wow, if you see, pretty cool, right? Now it will highlighting only the current speaking word and only 3 words at a time, or max 4. Now you can even move this position. It's totally up to you how you want to move the position and everything. If you want at the bottom, you can just tell that you want it at the bottom side. Okay, so right now if you see, I don't see anything that it mentioned at the bottom, but you can definitely change it. But for now, I will keep as it is. Okay, later on we'll update it. But if you have any question, any doubt until this point, let me know in the comment section. The caption and rendering the video is very important, so make sure you are at least displaying the video along with the captions. Now once user on this page, and if you user want to edit the caption or the font, right, we are going to give an option to do that as well. So we are going to add an option to edit the video. So on the click of it, it will open a model and then it will give an option user to edit the caption, okay, in a real time. So let me show you how to implement it. So let's go to the Google Anti-Gravity. We'll add a new conversation. And inside this, we are going to simply mention. Now let's add edit option for each short clip, and on click edit, open a dialog model and show the selected edit video on right side inside remotion player, and on left side add different design or caption styling, caption design style, and also give an option to change font, or maybe we can simply add a font along with the style. Okay, so maybe we can write like this. So here we'll say on the left side add a different caption design along with font style. Okay, and on click apply, update remotion player caption in real time. Okay, and save that caption style into database. So it's better to create caption style at one place. Okay, so we are just telling an edit operation with all of these requirements. Okay, now we'll wait for this implementation. So once it is implemented, you will see all of this change. You can accept all of this change as it is, and if I go over here, you will see a new option added called edit style for each of this video. Now on click of it, it will open this beautiful model, and now you have option to change this styling. Okay, right now the remotion player and the layout is not properly aligned. Okay, but if you see, if I change this one, immediately it changed the styling as well. Pretty cool, right? So that's what we wanted, but we'll update this UI first. Okay, so here we'll say fix model style, show caption in 3x3 grid format with proper design UI UX. Also make sure remotion player video will fit properly. So we just telling that we want to modify this design. Okay, so it will modify this design. So we'll wait for this change and then we'll check that it's perfectly working or not. And if you see that changes is now implemented, let's go ahead and check this out. So if I go to this edit style, and boom, if you see now the model is wider and much better. Over here you will see the caption. See this caption, if I change this caption in real time, you will see that change immediately. Pretty cool, right? And not only that, so once you caption you selected, you will see this typography spaces, and once you are happy, simply click apply style, and now this style is applied to that particular video. And make sure to refresh it in order to see these changes. And if you see for this video, the styling is now changed. Okay, so that's how you have to update and edit the style for the caption, and it will automatically reflect on the video side as well. So if you have any question, any doubt for this edit styling, let me know in the comment section, because this is very important. The edit styling functionality, it give an enhancement and some extra feature to your app. Now we successfully display the short clip using the remotion player. Okay, so I will mark this as a completed one. Now it's time to render our video so that user can download it. Currently with the remotion you can only see the video, but it's not downloadable yet. Even though if you click on big screen, you don't see any option to download. Now the question is how to download. Basically in the remotion, when you want to render the video or you want to download the video, first you have to render it and then you have to download that video. Now rendering has to be done on the cloud side, and that's where remotion's lambda function is help us to render your video. So simply inside the remotion documentation, you will see an option called rendering. Now there are different way that you can render the video, right? Now there is server side rendering and the client side rendering as well. You can even use a Google Cloud. If you want to render it locally, you can even render it locally as well. But best and easiest and cheapest option is a AWS Lambda. So over here you will find an remotion Lambda, and how to use it, everything is properly mentioned under this documentation. And if you follow this documentation, then you don't need to worry about anything. Okay, so right now let's set up the remotion Lambda first, and then we are going to implement inside our application, because this remotion Lambda need to be set up on the cloud side. So first thing, make sure you jump onto this remotion dev /docs/lambda/setup. Okay, or you can find under the Lambda option. Now first you need to install the remotion Lambda, so we'll copy this command. Then let me close all of this tab, and inside the directory we'll add a new terminal and then paste this remotion Lambda. So it will install the Lambda inside your app. So currently it's saying could not determine the executable run. Oh, that's weird. So if npx is not working, you can just simply copy this npm command and install it. Okay, after that you have to create a role policy. Now you have to go to this AWS account. So simply click the link in this document. Okay, it will jump onto the IMS policy section, and here you have to create a new policy. Okay, then click JSON, and in your project we have to type this command. So over here click JSON, then we'll go back to our Google anti-gravity, then we'll type this command. It will give you a JSON. That JSON you have to copy and paste it. So if you see, we got this JSON. This is actually nothing but the proper permission given to the policy. So here I will paste as it is, and then click next. Here you need to give a policy name. So if you are following this document very first time, make sure to give the exact name as it is. So it's return remotion Lambda policy, but I already have the name associated with this particular one. So I will add another name. So over here policy with short 2. Okay, so I'm adding this extension. After this you just need to click create policy. See, so fifth step is create policy. Perfect. Once the policy is created, let's move to the third step, which is a create role. So let's go to this AWS IMA role. So I will then inside that click create role. After this you have to select the use case. Under the use case we have to select lambda, and then under the permission policy we have to filter with this policy name. So we will select the AWS service only, then we have to select lambda, and under the lambda use case need to be a lambda. Okay, then we'll go to the next. Inside that we have to search this remotion lambda policy. But if you remember the name which we given previously, right, it's little bit different in my case, but in your case you can select the correct one. So I will select this one because I already have the policy name created with that name, and then I will click next. After that we have to go to the next, and you don't need to fill anything. So click create role, and then you have to give the role name. So I will give the exact role name. See, and here we'll say with short to in my case, but you in your case make sure the role name should match, and then click create role. Now the role is created. Now we have to create the user. So we'll go to the link, which is nothing but the AWS account IMA user section. Then we have to click add user and enter the user name, something like this. So let me copy this name. Then inside that we'll click on create user. Here you say with short to, and then click next. After that we again you don't need to check anything, and then click next again without changing any setting, and review and create. So we'll click next and create user. Now the user is also created. Next step is create access key for the user. Now whichever user you created, simply go to this particular link, and then inside that you have to create on the name of the user that was created in step 4. So in step 4 we created this user, right? So you can open this, then navigate to a security credential tab and scroll down to the access key. So over here security credential, and then we'll go to the access key, so this one. Then click on create access key, then select application running on AWS compute service, so this option. Then click understand, click next. You can keep this description as it is, and then click create access key. Now this access key, once it is generated, you have to copy this environment variable, and then you have to paste inside your .env file. And once you paste it, you have to copy this access key and the secret key. After this, click done. Now once you move away from this page, then secret key might not visible for you, so make sure to copy that. And then once you paste it, let's move to the step number 6. Inside the step number 6, you have to go to the account IMA user section, and then you have to select a user you just created. So over here this is the user we just created. Then add inline policy, and under the add permission drop down in the permission policies panel, and then click this tab JSON. So over here you click add permission, create inline, and then click JSON. After this you have to run this particular command inside your terminal, so it will give you another JSON. See, and then you have to copy this one as well as it is, and then simply paste it here. After that click next, and then you have to give the policy name. Now in that one you can give any policy name, so I will copy similar like this one, but with my extension with short 2, and then click create policy, and now policy also created. And then once you create policy, that is done. Now you can validate this permission. Okay, now one important thing I need to update is inside this policy, right, where I added the JSON, I have to change this role name, or I have to make sure to allow for other role. Okay, so this is a small change we have to do, but in your case you don't need to do anything. Now after this, you can validate all the permission by running this command inside your terminal, and then you will see all the permission is marked as a check. See, in my case it is also showing as a check. If you have any issue, then it might not show it as a check and you might get error, but in that case you have to fix it and make sure you are not miss any step. Now it's time to deploy the function, right? So this is the 8th step where we need to deploy this function and the site. But before that, we have to make sure that remotion rendering is working locally and is integrated. Okay, currently if you see, we don't have the remotion folder. Okay, so it means it is not initialized. We are just using a remotion player until this point. So now remember, we are on the step 8. Okay, and once it is the remotion is implemented in our application, then we'll execute this step. So let's go back to the anti-gravity and let's add that remotion. Now here we're gonna simply add. Now on click download on any short clip, if URL is not generated, I have to say download URL is not generated, then make sure to render video using remotion lambda function. Okay, so obviously we are just telling that you have to render this. Make sure while rendering video using ingest function, show proper progress and polling in dialog, so user will know video is getting rendered. Okay, once it is render video successfully, and then make sure to save video URL to database for that short video clip. If user edit, okay, before that we'll say if user click download again for that video, and if export URL is present, then directly download the video. But if user edit video after rendering, then make sure user has to render video again before downloading it. So handle the edit change properly. Also caption style need to be rendered properly inside remotion lambda. So this particular prompt is very important. I will also copy this and I will paste it inside the eraser doc, and let's send this to an AI agent. Okay, so just for your understanding purpose, I will paste this prompt over here so that anytime you can use this prompt. Okay, so in meantime we'll wait for this complete implementation. So after implementing, you will see all of these files are changed. So I will accept all of these changes, and inside the walkthrough, now over here there are a few things. Okay, so here we have the smart download logic added. If the video is already rendered and it has been edited, it will download the instantly. Otherwise on demand we have to render it. Then we are also showing a real-time progress tracking. It will also detect when you edit any video, Then we have the cloud rendering remotion lambda. So inside the ingest function, it will help us to render the video. Then high quality caption as well, so that is also implemented. So pretty much is now ready. But from this I've just found one thing is missing, that remotion folder is not generated, and which is important in order to deploy it. So over here we are going to mention that create a composition so that you can easily render the video. Now we already have this function, and inside this function if I close this, we have another function to render the video, but inside that I don't see this. Okay, we already have the composition name with the remotion video. So we have the composition name, and if I go over here, so we have the composition name, but we need to have the register root to be defined. So basically when you go to the remotion installation and click installation in existing project, we have to create a remotion root folder and index.ts file. So I think that is missing, or what you can do, you can simply go to the remotion lambda doc or lambda setup, and here in order to deploy, or let's execute this remotion deploy function first. So what we'll do, we'll close all of this tab and we'll execute this npx remotion lambda function deploy. So it will deploy the lambda function on AWS, and then you will get the URL, and if you see you got this function name. Now this function name you have to copy as it is, and then simply head to the config. Inside that you will see a remotion.ts, and you have to replace this function name, something like this, and then save it. Okay, we have already this bucket name and the AWS region, so we'll keep as it is for now. But another important thing, we have to deploy this site. Now we are going to ask how can we deploy. Okay, so here we'll say how can I deploy remotion site using this command. Okay, because I don't find index.ts file to register root remotion. So simply type this prompt so that AI agent will help us. Okay, so basically if you see, it start creating the remotion root, and inside that it define the composition and everything. So we'll wait for the complete implementation. Now once it is implemented, now you can simply copy this command and then you can paste it. So let me close this, and here we are going to paste this. Now remember, you have to give a proper site name, and you have to remember that every time. So we'll say with short, and then you have to also provide this index.ts file path. So if you see, we have the remotion, and inside that we have index.ts file. So over here we'll, instead of source, we'll say remotion, and then hit enter. Now it will deploy your site. Currently if you see, it's saying that CLI config has been extracted from the remotion core. So basically we have to use npm. Maybe let's try with the npm. Or maybe I don't know why this is happening, or we can simply check index.ts file. Okay, so this error is coming because we have this remotion.config.ts file, and I believe we have to replace this. So I just went to the change log, and we have to add this one. I think that's all. And okay, we also need to update this webpack config. I think this is already there. Let's try it out. Okay, now it's saying no entry file pass. I don't know what's the issue. Okay, the file was missing the index.tsx. So let's try it out, and hopefully this time, if you see, it's now working. So we'll wait, and our remotion website is now render or is deployed on the AWS. And if you see, this is the URL. Okay, so I will copy this URL as it is, and we want to save it inside our remotion.ts under the config, and here we want to change this serve URL. And remember this site name every time, because when you make any changes you have to use that site name. Perfect. So that's how you have to render, and that's all. Okay, now one last important thing you need to check. Let me go back to our remotion lambda doc, is the concurrency rate. Okay, so currently if you are using a first time, the quote the remotion quota for you, it might be 10, but you have to increase and to 1000. Okay, so that it will be very fast, and you can do it completely for free. You can request for the increase immediately. Okay, now you can render the video manually as well, but if you click on render video over here, then it will actually render the video. And now if you want to test this out, you can download any video. Okay, let's say you want to download this video and click download, and if you see currently in the pending status, and now it start rendering. You can see all the steps it's taking right now. If you see the polling render progress is failed, so that's completely fine, but in meantime it's rendering our video as well. So we'll wait for the complete video render. Here you can even track the progress as soon as it makes some progress. Okay, right now it did not make, it's little bit slow because we are working on the development and on a local host. Let's try some other video. I don't know what's the issue with that, but let's try this video. Okay, so we'll click download, and now it start rendering it. So in meantime I will cancel this, and we'll see. Now in this case I don't see any error until this point, so we'll wait. And okay, if you see the progress, now it's 47% complete, now it's 63%, 70%, and so on. And this video is smaller because it's between 30 to 90 seconds, so rendering the video is quite quick. Okay, so it will not take that much time, and once the rendering is completed, you will see an option to download this video as well. And boom, if you see, it's downloaded. If you click on download, you will see, and our caption is also rendering properly. Pretty cool, right? And if I close it, and if I want to download that video, let's say you want to download it, so you will see an option that video is ready, you can download it. Okay, but if you made any change, okay, let's say you make some caption change and apply the style, then you have to render that video again in order to download it. So that's how the downloading and rendering will work. If you have any question, any doubt, let me know in the comment section. All right, so far we built the core part of our app, generating AI short video automatically. But let's be honest, this is only half the product. It means we have to add an automation into our app. Currently, once you generate the short video from the long video, you have to download it, you have to open Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, upload it manually and add a caption again and schedule it manually. And that's completely break our automation. So what if I told you there is one API? So we can actually automate this entire process from video generation to publishing in just one step. And this is exactly where we are going to use a Zernio. Instead of integrating a multiple social media API individually, we are going to integrate just one API, which is a Zernio, which allows us to connect a user social account, upload the content, schedule the post and publish across the platform, all from single backend API. And because trust me, if you are ever tried integrating platform like Instagram, TikTok directly, you know how painful it is. Authentication complexity, platform restriction, app review delays, constant API changes, and so instead of spending week on integration, you can just plug in a Zernio and move fast. That's how simple it is. So here what we are going to build in this section. Once user connect their social media account, okay, to our app, then we're going to store a connected profile for each user, and then we are going to send a generated video to a Zernio, and Zernio will automatically schedule the post. So we are going to use a single API to schedule the post across a multiple different platform. Okay, so all right, let's start implementing it. Okay, so we'll jump onto the code and we'll start integrating the Zernio. So very first thing we are going to do is we'll go back to our app, and we are under the schedule post section, we are going to add a calendar where user have option to add a post from their existing generated video. Okay, and then in order to schedule it, we are going to integrate the Zernio. Okay, so let's go back and let me close all of this tab for now, and we'll open a new AI agent conversation. Inside this, you're going to simply add now on click of schedule post on sidebar option, navigate to new page where show proper calendar with current month date and option to move to previous or next month as well. In this calendar, for any day user can schedule a post. Okay, so inside each day block, once user hover on it, then show schedule, or we can say add post option, add post button, and on click it will open a dialog to select video from the generated video clips with exported URL, then option to select social media account which user already connected. Now inside our dashboard page, inside the sidebar, we are going to add a new option called connection, and inside that user can connect to a different social media platform. So before that, I will go to the Zernio, and if you want to get some Zernio access, so simply click the link in the description. I will put the link in the description and go to that or create a new account with that. Then after that, over here I already have some account connected, okay, for the testing purpose. But now in order to create a new API key, you will have an option called API keys. Here you can simply create a new API key. I will create with short 2, and you can have option permission as well, and then simply click create and then paste it inside your .env file. Okay, once you created the key, then you cannot again access it, or either you have to delete or create a new key. After this, you can simply go to the documentation. But before that, let me tell you about this Zernio dashboard and what are the things it's available. Under the connection, you can create a new connection. If you see, you have bunch of different social media account which you can easily connect in just single click. Then under the post section, you can even schedule the post through the Zernio dashboard. So you can create a post, you can queue that as well. Then you can see the complete analytics. Okay, you can find all of the details over here. Then under the inbox, you will see the message, because you can even send the comment reply, the direct message, and lot of other things. Now they also recently add this ad section where you can create an ad for your post. Okay, you can boost your post directly through the Zernio, and it will seamlessly manage everything for you. It will you have option to create an ad, media, you can upload it, you can even set the budget, and Zernio automatically optimize your advertise and it will reach to a maximum people. So you don't need to go to the Instagram, you can do it directly inside the Zernio. Okay, and you can see what all users are connected with this Zernio API. Okay, you can even connect to the webhook as well, but right now let's jump on to the documentation part. Now inside this documentation, it also has the SDK or npm command to install the Zernio. Okay, now what we'll do, obviously we are using AI agent to integrate that, so you can simply copy this an AI prompt as it is, or you can directly open inside your favorite IDE, but let's copy it. Then we'll go back to anti-gravity, and inside that, before pasting it, I'm gonna enter some prompt. So here we'll say inside dashboard sidebar, add new option before social schedule post call social media, social connection. Okay, and on click navigate to new page, and in that show all social media option to connect it. Okay, now use Zernio API to connect to any social media platform which Zernio support. Okay, here is more detail, and then simply add the prompt which you just copied. Okay, it has a complete prompt and it helps us to integrate very easily. Once you add it, let's simply send it, and then just relax, take a sip of coffee, and then we'll wait for the final implementation. Okay, that's how easy it is. Also, if you have any question about the documentation, if you try to find something, you can directly ask to the Zernio AI and it will help us to guide inside your documentation as well. Okay, now here is the implementation plan ready, and it started installing the Zernio node as well. So we already have the API key present inside the .ini file, so you don't need to worry about it. But here is some proposed changes. So once it is implemented, then we'll walk through the complete implementation, what it is implemented and all. Okay, so I will pause the video and then we'll wait for the final result. And if you see, now it is implemented, so we can just go walk through each of the sections. So it added a new option called connect social connection. So this is option called social connection. Then updated a database schema. It already integrated the Zernio integration. Then connection UI. So if I go inside this social connection, you will see all these popular social media like Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Insta, YouTube, and many others. Then if you scroll down, you can just verify it. So if I connect to any social media platform, let's say Instagram, if I click on it, it's giving me error saying unexpected end of JSON. So let's go to the console. So here as well you can find what is actually issue. So right now it's saying creating a Zernio profile, some error. So let's copy this as it is and I will paste it here, and then we'll see what result we are getting. Okay, so even when you load it, right, you are immediately getting an error saying failed to load a connected account. It might be due to the schema, because we might need to update the schema. So let's do one thing. So I will just update our schema. So I will say npx drizzle kit push command. Okay, so if you see, it's updating. I don't think so that's any issue. So it's saying it's updated, maybe with the AI agent after running, right? If you see, we don't have that error. Let's try to connect it. So we'll say connect accounts, and boom, if you see, it's navigate me to an Instagram to connect this account. If I allow to connect, okay, it will connect my account directly to my app. Pretty awesome, right? And obviously it will go through it, and if you see now account is connected. Okay, it's navigate to the Zernio, but it's not supposed to navigate to the Zernio. Actually it should navigate to our application. Okay, now if I refresh this, let me go over here, I don't see the account which is connected, so maybe we need to tell to fix this issue. So first we will accept all of this change, and here we'll say after connecting social media account, make sure to save user or account info to database and show that as connected account on social connection page, and give option to disconnect. So if it's connected, then we want to give option to disconnect. After connecting account, make sure to jump back to main app page and not Zernio dashboard. Okay, so it's basically mentioned that we want the specific change, and then it will start implementing that fix. Now after updating, let's try it out. So over here it's updating that fix, but just I want to try whether or not it reverting back to our app, and then it's showing it as a connected. It's still not showing as a connected, even though if I refresh it, so I will see if there is any error. I don't see any error. This is the one, I think that's old one. So let's do one thing, we'll go back to the studio. I don't know, studio is running, I think it's not running, so we'll run the studio first. And we'll see we have the new column. Okay, so basically we can verify that, and over here we have social accounts, but it's not inserting the record under the social accounts. So let's try with a different one. So I already have this Twitter account, so I will click on connect with the Twitter, and if you see it, I am authorizing to my Twitter account to connect it, and then it look like we have an error. So it's saying this is the just normal error, but inside the console I still don't see that it's saving the social accounts. Okay, so we have to tell after connecting to social media, it's not saving connected account information. Zernio show it as connected, but it's not reflecting in my app. Okay, so we told AI agent to fix this, but if I go to the Zernio and connection, you will see all the accounts. Right now let's delete this account, because otherwise it will show it as a connected. So we'll say disconnect, then I also disconnect this account so that I can connect it again. And once it is implemented, I will accept all of this change, and if you see it's showing now as a connected one. Let's test this out with another account or another social media platform. So I will allow this, and then it will show it as connected. Okay, and boom, if you see it show me as a connected one. Now you can even verify by going to our social account table, and here you will see account ID and all other information. Now remember, Zernio did not store any your password or anything like that. Okay, it's a proper authorization because Zernio already connected with all the platform, but it giving us a single API endpoint to connect with them. Pretty straightforward, right? And that's why you don't need to send your application for the review process to any of the platform. Zernio is already doing it for us. Now, once your platform is connected, now you can easily schedule a post on the connected platform. That's what we are going to see next. Now we have social media account connection page ready and user already connected to a social media account with just one API endpoint, which is a Zernio. And now it's time to schedule the post. Now under the schedule posts page, we want to add a new page where we will show a calendar and user can easily schedule a post from there. So I already added this prompt. Okay, basically it will add a new page, and then we'll add a calendar. On the click of that calendar or on hover, it will show plus add post button, and on click of it, it will open a dialog to select the video clip. Obviously the video clip with exported URL is there, then only we will show that video. Then the social media account with the user is already connected, and AI will automatically generate the post with the hashtag, and then we're gonna select the time and the date to schedule the post. So let's send this to an AI agent as it is, and then simply wait for the complete implementation. Now we'll pause the video and we'll wait for the final result. And after implementing it successfully, we can walk through the changes. So it added a full page calendar view, and then we are gonna check that. So if I click on the schedule post, it added a new page, and on that new page it will add a new calendar. If you see, we have this beautiful calendar and option to add the post as well. So the next thing is add post dialog, then a backend integration as well. So basically if I click on this plus sign, you will see you have option to select a video clip. I don't see any render of video found, so maybe there is some issue. Then you can connect to a social media platform that also not connected. Then once you select the video clip and account, then it will generate the post, or you can simply add some own content to generate the post, and then the time to select it. Okay, because you already selected it, so you have to select the time only, and then on click of schedule post, it will schedule it. But right now obviously we need to fix few things like select video clips. So over here we'll say on select video clip section on dialog, give user an option to select clip from list. Now basically what we can do, instead of just showing the rendered video, we can allow any video. So here we'll say open dialog to select any short clip. Okay, and on select that, show preview of that short video clip on dialog form. Also for social media account selection, remove drop down and replace with multi selection option with icon and name. Okay, for AI to generate video or AI to generate content for post, either add an option for user to enter and AI will help to refine it, or auto generate based on selected video. Okay, so here as well, when we select the, here we will say remove select video clip drop down, and then on select we are adding this one. I think that's pretty much change I need. I don't like this drop down at all, so I want to replace it with a actual video preview selection option. So user can select it, then it will add it with a preview. The backend logic is not completely ready, to be frank, okay, because we have to make few updates inside the backend logic. If video is not rendered, then first it will render for the scheduled post. So that logic we gonna add later on, but for now let's implement this and then we'll do the rest of the things. And after fixing this issue, let's go ahead and check it out, all the UI changes. So if I open it, and if you see it's fetching, and now you have option to select any of this video. Okay, so obviously once you select, it will show you the preview as well. So this is completely optional. If you want this preview or not, then you have option to publish it on different social media platform, and then you can even generate it the content with the help of AI. AI will help us to write the post title and the description, and if you see, it immediately added it for us based on this post. Okay, after this you can set the time for that particular day. So I don't know why the time is not selected, or maybe you can just simply switch it manually, and then on the click of schedule post, it will schedule on the platform. Okay, now obviously on the schedule for post, we have to use an ingest to schedule it at that specific time. That we'll see in a moment, but first make sure you are able to add this post. Also you can switch between the previous and next month. Okay, and immediately it will update the dates as well. Now we already have the calendar and a form where you can schedule your content, right? So you can select the video and then you can schedule it at the specific time. But we need to make sure that on click of schedule post, it will save the information to the database, and then at the specific time and date, it should post it, right? So we have to run a background job which will keep checking whether this time comes and then post it immediately. Now the question is how to do it. Okay, now couple of things we need to make sure. In order to work this feature, we have to set up ingest in such a way that it will trigger this particular post and it will wait until it executes. Now obviously once you schedule, you have option directly put it on the ingest, but there are a lot of people are gonna use this application, and if let's say 1000 people schedule the post, you cannot run ingest and wait for the event to execute, right? So the best approach is you can save the all the scheduled post, and then you can run the ingest function after every 15 minutes. So what it will do, every 15 minutes it will check for the upcoming scheduled post in the next 15 minutes, and then again it will check for the next 15 minutes, and those who comes in the next 15 minutes, only those posts will be inside the ingest. Okay, so let me show you how to do it. Now before that, make sure for the previous date we don't want to allow user to schedule the post because it's a past date, right? So that one also we need to fix. So let me create a new AI agent conversation and let's add the prompt. So here we'll say inside schedule post calendar, make sure to disable add post to old or past date / time. Also on schedule post form button, click save information to database. Now I want to create run ingest function which will run every 15 minutes and every 15 minutes, and it will check if there are any scheduled post in next 15 minutes. If yes, then make sure to schedule that post inside or using ingest function and want to post on respective social media platform. Now the question is how to post it. So as I said, Zernio already providing you an option to post it on the different social media platform. So under the quick start guide, you will see the option called schedule your post. Okay, here this is the simple just few line of code to schedule your post. Also, if you want to post on multiple platform, you just need to provide your multiple platform with the account ID, as simple as that, and when you want to post it. And if you want to post immediately, you also have option to post it immediately as well. Okay, so what I will do, I will just copy this much content. Okay, and I will just pass to this one. So here we'll say use Zernio API to schedule post on social media, and here is doc reference, so you can just paste this. Also remember one more important thing is we are not just posting a text content, but we also want to upload the media, right? So here we have the media upload, and these are some documents. So I will copy everything mentioned inside the document. Another important thing, we need to take care that some of the platform has some limitation, like Twitter, you can only upload maximum 4 images or only 1 video. Instagram, you can upload 10 images but 1 reel, and likewise, right? So that these particular things or this particular information is also required. So I will copy this one and then I will paste it. Use this doc to implement schedule post functionality. Okay, make sure depends on social media platform, limit the post, or we don't need to write it because anyway we are just uploading only one at a time. So let's send this one and then we'll just wait for the complete implementation. Okay, so guys, this is very important, scheduling through the Zernio. Okay, and it's quite straightforward. You don't need to use any different SDK to schedule your post. In just few line of code, you can post across a different social media platform. Pretty cool, right? And that's why Zernio is so powerful. If you really want to build few more real life application using a Zernio, please comment down in the comment section so that I can come up with a new idea, new project which includes the Zernio. Now over here I will pause the video and we'll wait for the complete implementation. And once it is implemented, you will see you can accept all of these changes. Now if I go back, you will see you cannot schedule any post for the previous date. Obviously you can go to the next month and you can schedule for that particular day. Now if I click on it, we'll just test this out. So I already have 2 clips, so I will select the one. You can have the preview, then you can select the platform where you want to publish this video and then add a post. So here we'll say Mr. Beast video, or we can say Mr. Beast video, and also we'll say craft. Okay, and here if you refine with AI, it will also refine with the AI, and then it will update with the title and proper the hashtag as well, and boom, if you see we have the AI generated post title and the description, and based on your video it will also generate it. Now you can select the time. So here we'll say at 7 o'clock 7 p.m. you want to post it, and then simply click schedule post. Once you schedule the post, you will see that particular video is now scheduled, and that also displaying as a scheduled post. Okay, where if I click on it right now, nothing happening. Maybe we can add a functionality that to view what is actually scheduled, but you will see that this particular post is now scheduled. Okay, now inside the ingest you will not see any function running, but under the functions, obviously it's not showing over here, but in order to verify whether the schedule functionality is implemented or not, you can simply go to the ingest function.ts file, and inside that here we have the render video, process video. I don't think so that it's created any function to schedule the video. Okay, but the one more important thing need to verify by going to the Visual Studio, that inside the table under the schedule post you will see the post, the video ID, account ID, and all of this data, right? But now we have to properly schedule it. So here we'll say I don't find function, or we'll say ingest function to run background job every 15 minutes to check if is there any post need to schedule, and then schedule those posts on social media platform. Okay, so we are just telling to the AI agent we don't find that function, and then AI will check on that part. Okay, so if you see it's checking the function.ts and whether the schedule post is included or not. And right now if you see, it look like right now it just now it's adding this function. Okay, previously it was not there, but now it's implementing it. We have error, but it will fix it, so don't worry. Obviously I don't think so it fixed that error, but the most important thing, if I go to the ingest, if you see it's not synced because we have the error inside the function.ts file. So here we'll say fix error inside function.ts file. So you don't need to worry about why and this function is coming. Basically this is the issue in the recent ingest. This particular implementation is now changed with the new ingest SDK, so that's why. And if you see now it has a ID and a trigger. Okay, so to run the cron job it uses a trigger and it will run every 15 minutes. After that it will fetch the data from the database. Okay, it also join the column, and then it will send the event to trigger the publish, and we already have the publish post ingest function as well, which will actually schedule your post. Okay, so here if you see we have the step run function to publish using a Zernio, and then it will list out all the platform on which you want to publish it. And now if I go to our function, you will see the cron job, okay, which will run every 15 minutes, and then publish post option as well. Okay, so that's how you have to implement it. Now you can invoke this function any type. If I say invoke function, right, it will invoke it and it will check any upcoming post. Right now if you see we don't have any upcoming post, that's what the reason it's not showing. But if I add anything, let's say on, so today is 30th, so let's go over here and let's add a post. So on 30th we'll say you want to post it on Instagram. Here we'll say refine my text, generate title and description. So I don't know why. Oh, we forgot to select the post, and now we'll refine this with an AI. And once that is done, then obviously the title and description will come up. Then I will add 5, not 5, let's say, yeah, let's say 5:59. I want to post this, and then say schedule post. Okay, now if you see I have the upcoming post which is going to schedule. Now next what I will do, in order to check whether it's working or not, we can go to the function and invoke this function again, and if you see it's running and we have the post which is going to schedule. See, we have this post, but inside the post I don't see the video ID. It's showing just 3 and the title and the description, but we need a proper video URL. I think we have the video URL as well. Yeah, we have the video URL, so it will get the video URL, the post information, and then now it will wait to schedule on that specific time. Okay, so that's how it works So you don't need to execute all the post or schedule all the post. Okay, this ingest function will help us to schedule it for you. So it helps us to run minimal ingest function, okay, at the same time. So I hope you understand how easily we implemented the schedule post functionality on a social media platform using a Zernio. Okay. So if you have any question, any doubt, let me know in the comment section. You can always get a benefit by clicking the link in the description for the Zernio. And you can always reach out to me on the Discord channel if you have any question about this implementation. And the post which we schedule, if you see, it's already published. So over here it already published, and you can verify by going to the Zernio post for the testing purpose. And if I open my Instagram account, you will see it posted on my Instagram channel, and just now it just 6 seconds ago. Pretty cool, right? It means our scheduled post is now working as expected. Okay, now obviously on the UI part, we don't know whether it's really posted or not, right? So over here, if you see, this is the post which we schedule, and in order to fix this, what we're gonna do, we are going to tell an AI agent to update it. So here we'll say inside schedule post calendar, show post which is posted on social or which is on posted already. Okay, show with some different color. Also on click of scheduled post inside calendar block, show pop-up, or you have to say show dialog about scheduled post information. Okay, so on the click of it, it also show the scheduled post information, and which is already posted, that information also we are going to see. Now after implementing the scheduled post functionality, we have to implement the my video page. Currently if I click on my video, we don't show anything. The idea behind this page, that whatever the video user uploaded, right, in order to generate a short video, those video we are going to show under the my video, and we are going to simply on the click of that video, it will navigate to the short video list, okay, or short video page. So basically inside the anti-gravity, we are going to enter the prompt. So here we'll say on click my videos from sidebar, create new page where display all user uploaded post video. Okay, so there are two options, as I say, either you can show all the video, or you can simply add these kind of things, that user uploaded post video, and on click of that card, navigate to existing project ID page to show all short clips for generated for that video. Okay, and then send it, and here it's implemented. So I will accept all of these changes, and then you can even walk through. So if I go to this walkthrough, you will see the changes made. So it made some changes on the back end side. On the front end side, it implemented my video page, and it's showing the grid with all the project. Let's check it out. So over here, if I go to this my video, you will see this option. Now over here you will see all the video. Obviously you can play this video anytime, and it will show you the count how many video is generated in each of them. Then on the click of view detail, it will navigate to that project detail page where you will see all the video generated. Okay, and any type, if you want to edit that video, everything will work as expected. Okay, so that's how we have to implement this my video page. Very straightforward. And if you have any question while implementing that page, let me know in the comment section. Now you can fix some of the UI part, like this upload new video button is not look good, right? So what you need to do in that case, either you can tell to an AI agent, or you can simply go to the dashboard under the page, and it's not inside this, maybe inside this page.tsx file. If I click upload new video, right, this button is not look good, and you can either make it smaller, or you can just remove this styling, and let's see how it looks. Oh, the upload button still coming down, so maybe because we need to mark this as a flex. So to this link we have to mark it as a flex, gap of 2, item to be in the center. And if you see, now it's look good. So that's how you have to update. If you have any question, any doubt on this point, let me know in the comment section. Now it's time to deploy our application on the cloud. Deployment is very important part of this application, because you are not just simply deploying your app, but you have to make sure you are connecting your application to the ingest cloud. And that's why this chapter is only for the deployment purpose. So first thing, we have pushing all the code to the GitHub. So I created a new repo inside the GitHub, and then I push all the code. Obviously there are some code which I need to push. So I will just commit this message, and I will add a commit message along with the iStages all the file, and I will push it to our main branch. Once you push all your code to your GitHub branch, simply you have to navigate to the Vercel. Vercel will provide you a free cloud hosting service provider. Okay, so you can simply deploy your application completely free on a Vercel. Here you can create a new project. If you don't have GitHub connected, so make sure to connect your GitHub account, and then you will see just now we push the code. So we'll import that. After this, it will automatically detect the framework. So in our case is a Next.js. Now you have to enter all the environment variables. Now easiest way is go to the .env file, and then copy all the environment variable as it is, and then simply paste it here, and it automatically assign all the environment key and their respective value. Now make sure you can remove this ingest dev, because we don't want that. Okay, so I will just remove this ingest dev, and everything will be as it is. Now it is very important, before deploying your application, right, you should build your application locally. Okay, so otherwise you might get some error. So what we'll do, you can simply run a command npm run build, and then once the application is built successfully without any error, then you can push your changes. Now in my case, I already built the application, so I will deploy this app now. So here we click deploy, and if you see, it started deploying our application. First it will build it, then it will install all the dependency, and then it will deploy to some specific domain. So we'll pause the video and we'll wait for the final deployment. And if you see, our application is now deployed. If I open this URL, you will see it has a Vercel proper assigned domain, and in that our application is now running. Now you can even customize your domain by going to the domain and then click edit. If you don't want this longer, you can simply say which short to and Vercel, because I already have one. So here we'll say redirect it, save it, and now you have small domain. Perfect, right? Now you can obviously sign in to your application. Currently you are in the development mode, but in order to go to the production mode inside the Clerk, you have to be on actual domain. Now if I sign in, you can go to the dashboard, and here you will see all your video, everything similar like a development, but now you are in the production. But we need to connect our application to the ingest. If you try to generate a short video from a long video, it will not work, because the ingest is now not connected, right? Previously we were using a local ingest server, right? But right now it's not there. Now question is how to do it. So simply you have to go to this ingest.com, And if you don't have an account, make sure to create an account. It's free to use. Then simply sign in, and once you sign in, you will jump onto this ingest page. Now here you have option to sync your new app. So under the app, you can simply sync it. You have option either you can sync manually or you can click sync with a Vercel and then go to the Vercel configuration. You also have option on the dashboard called integration, and then on the click of that as well, you will navigate to the same page, and here you will see that you can integrate through the Vercel. Okay. Now after that, you have to search your project. So I already have this one, right? So this is the project that we need to connect. So we'll say configure, and after that you just wait, and here we have to enable the project status, then provide a proper domain. So this is the domain. I will copy it and then paste it. Make sure /API/ingest need to be there. Then you have to add deployment protection key. Now this protection key you will get it from the Vercel. So go to the Vercel and go to the setting. Inside the setting, you will find an option called deployment protection. Here you have to add a new key. Simply click add. You don't need to fill anything, and then copy this protection key. After that, you can simply enter this protection key, something like this, and then save the configuration. As soon as you save the configuration, this ingest will automatically update your .env environment variable. It will add couple of environment variable. If I go over here and go to the environment variable, you will see ingest event key and signing key is now added. So as soon as it added, it also trigger the new deployment. Okay, so you have to wait for the deployment to finish, so that once it finish, then it will sync your application under the app section. Okay, so we'll wait, and once it is deployed, you can go back and refresh this, and then you will see our application is now synced. Okay, now if you schedule a video or generate video, now it will work properly without any issue. And that's how you have to connect your ingest with your deployed app. So if you have any question, any doubt regarding this chapter, let me know in the comment section. And if you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe. Also visit to the TubeGuruji.com in order to get exclusive access to my all the courses and the source code. Also you can join the membership and then get access to all the source code as well. You can even learn chapter by chapter. Everything is included inside this TubeGuruji.com. So go ahead and check it out. So guys, we'll see you in the next video.